Hola a todos, otra vez hoy estamos hablando de cambios de raíz. And just to remind ourselves, cambios de raíz, this is when we have our verb like tener, and the root or the stem, the ten part, is what changes in addition to the ending. Because remember, my ending here, my AR, ER, or IR, is always going to change depending on my subject. Right? But in cambios de raíz, my root changes, not just my ending. My root here is the ten part. See? So hoy vamos a hablar de cambios de raíz, changes where my E turns into an IE. Okay? El E a IE. Those are my cambios de raíz. So once again, I have my chart, right? We've seen this chart a lot. We've got yo, we've got tú, we've got usted, él, ella. We have nosotros. This is where we'd normally put vosotros. And then we have ustedes and ellos and ellas, right? Okay, so just like my O to UE changes, my E to IE changes are going to occur just here. They're going to occur in yo, in tú, in my third person singular, and in my third person plural. Okay, so this is where my changes are going to occur. So let's take a verb. We're not going to use tener because it's a little irregular. Let's take the verb querer. Okay, querer, to want. It can also mean to love, like te quiero, I love you. So my root is this part right here. We already know what my endings on the end are going to be, right? We already know that if it's yo, it's ending in O. If it's tú, it's ending in es. If it's él y usted, it's ending in e. Nosotros, it's ending in emos. And in ustedes, ellos, ellas, it's going to end in N. What we're concerned about right now is the root, okay? So let's take a look at this. If I am saying yo, my Q and U are the same. The only thing that's changing is my E, right? My E is going to turn into an IE. So I'm going to change it into an IE, and then I have my R and my O. Quiero, yo quiero. Two, once again, I have my Q, U. I'm going to have my R. The part that's changing is the E, and it's going to change into an IE. Quieres. Él, ella, usted is going to be quiere. Okay? Ellos, ellas, ustedes is going to be quieren. Okay? Where it doesn't change, it doesn't change. And we just copy it all the same. Queremos. Okay? So once again, if my E changes to an IE, I just need to watch. This is where it's going to change. Some people call these boot verbs because they say it makes a boot. Kind of a weird looking boot, but I get it. I've called them that before too. Okay? So we have our stem change, our E to an IE. Okay? There are quite a few verbs that make this change. And they have all sorts of different endings. They're not just all ER verbs or IR verbs or even AR verbs. They include all of them, okay? So, for example, another common one is pensar, which means to think, all right? So it would be yo pienso, but nosotros pensamos, okay? Another common one is cerrar, to close, okay? It would be cierra, like cierra la puerta, but nosotros cerramos, okay? Confesar, to confess. Confesar. Ella confiesa sus crímenes. Confiesa. See? Now let's look at this next verb. This next verb is defender. Defender means to defend, okay? Now, the reason I want to talk about this one is because look at all these E's, right? We've got 3 E's. Well, we know right away that we can eliminate the ER on the end. That's not my E that's going to change, right? Because that's my ending. So it's going to be changing anyway to the O or to the E or to the en. You get the point. So now I'm left with these other two. So which one is going to change? Well, it is always the E closest to the end. Okay? Always the E closest to the end. So this becomes defiende. Oh, start using the wrong color here. It becomes defiende. Okay? Not defiende. No, defiende. It's always the E closest to the end. All right? Another example of that would be recomendar, right? Recomendar. Okay, once again, we have these two E's. So which one do? I do the one closest to the end. So it would be recomienda. See, recomiendo. All right? A few others that have this change include, I'll give you a little bit of a list here, common ones that include this would also be empezar, which means to begin, empieza, okay, entender, which means to understand, entiende, perder, which means to lose, pierde, sentar, which means to sit, right? We often put se or me or te in front of it, right? Me siento would be I sit down, right? Siente. And then also sentir, which can mean sorry or I feel, okay? So, for example, me siento feliz, I feel happy, siento, right? Mentir, which is to lie, miente, and preferir. Okay, once again, I have two E's, so which one is it? That's right, the one closer to the ending. Okay, so prefiero, right? So once again, keep in mind that these are going to change in every subject except nosotros and vosotros if you're studying in Spain. We also have a couple that not only have the stem change, but they also have some other changes too, right? So for example, the verb tener, going back to our first word. Tener is a little bit special. Yes, it changes into TNA, but I also need to remember that it has an irregular yo, okay? It's not yo tieno, it's yo tango, and so it doesn't have this change in yo tango. And the other verb similar to that is venir, which is to come. So this would be viene, but if my subject is yo, it's yo vengo. So it also doesn't change in the root in yo because it's changing here at the end. All right? Dime si tienen preguntas.